Hello, daughter.
Tell me about this.
The Industrial Revolution? Why?
I don't know. I'm just curious about this time period. Oh, and it's going to be our next unit, right?
It is your next unit.
Then why don't you just tell me?
Well, because I remember when my teacher showed us a video about the Industrial Revolution. Here, let me show you.
It was a big historical change in the world history. After the agricultural revolution in England, many people, especially farmers in the rural area, lost their job. At the same time, people in the city were trying to use coal to power machines, the new tool they invented to replace hand working. After machines are made, factories were formed. Factory owners need people to help them operate machines, so people in the rural area went to cities and worked in the factories. This time period was known as the Industrial Revolution. As industry became more and more important and more people started to work in the factories, industrialization was formed. It was a process which people converted from doing things by hands to doing things by machines. In an industrial society, people worked for a long time a day in the factories. Many people stayed in one small house because there were so many of them. The living condition is not good. Since there were so many people moving from rural area to the city, the population in the city became really big, and that is called urbanization. It was caused by the big manpower that factory need. There are pros and cons for urbanization. The good thing about it was that it would provide employment opportunity for people. The bad thing about it was that it caused environmental and social problems, like the fog in London and the chaotic situation in the city. The Industrial Revolution produced many effects on Great Britain and Western Europe. It caused England became a very prosperous country. It also caused many diseases and problems in England because of the pollution the factory made. People got sick because they drank dirty water, and the large population caused high crime rate, and it was also hard for people to find a house. On the other hand, the Industrial Revolution in England caused many countries in the Western Europe started to use machines instead of using hands. It promotes the development of industry in many countries and areas. Because England was so powerful at that point, they became really ambitious. They invaded China. They brought opium to China, and that made China become really chaotic. Shortly after that, America also started the Industrial Revolution. More and more inventions appeared in the world. Even now, many developing countries are still in the Industrial Revolution. It has caused many environmental problems in the world, such as water pollution, air pollution, and desertification. Many countries are trying to deal with these environmental problems that is caused by the Industrial Revolution. They are planting trees to improve the air quality. In China, we published a law about cars in Beijing in order to reduce the air pollution. We are still solving this problem, and we are still developing our country. The Industrial Revolution has made a huge contribution to the modern society. We hope to see a world that's full of technologies in the future. So many things in it. How could you understand the Industrial Revolution by watching this video?
Well, when I was studying the Industrial Revolution, I didn't pay attention to my teacher. When he played the video, I was asleep.
Okay guys, so today we're going to watch a video about the Industrial Revolution, and make sure you take notes because right after this I'm giving you a test. So we're going to watch the video now.
It was a big historical change in the world history. After the agricultural revolution in England, many people, especially farmers,
Wake up! We're having a test now. Put all your stuff away. Yeah.
I get here?
Well, actually, don't get what you mean, Fan. You gotta leave this village with us now.
Where are you leaving? For the future, sir.
Oh, what the fuck? Let's go, man.
I realized that something strange happened to me, and I'm almost certain that I traveled to the period of the late 18th century, which was the beginning of the first industrial revolution.
Where are we going?
City. We have to leave village to find some good jobs in city.
What's so good about it?
Well, for many reasons. The basic reason is to improve the standard of our living. And because we are so poor, so we always work harder and longer than those workers in factory. Yeah. And sometimes, unfortunately, bad weather will destroy the growing of our crops. Yeah, and in addition, we always earn living by manufacturing textiles by hand in our homes with noisy, dirty, and bad conditions. But now we have a chance to use high technology stuff and effective machines.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah. Here we are.
Is this place our destination?
Yeah, it's the place we will live in the future. And all factories are around here.
Welcome to the British Textile Mill. We are one of the first wave of factories that introducing every single invention. With James Hargreaves' invention of the spinning journey, yarn could be produced in greater quantities. In 1769, Richard Arkwright invented the water frame. In 1779, Samuel Crompton developed the spinning mills. In the 1780s, there was a really big change that James Watt developed the steam engine and further transformed the cotton industry. Unlike early devices powered exclusively by water, these steam engines were powered by coal, which means that we no longer need to be located next to the sources of water.
So what are the major conditions for now?
Well, that's a good question. Now, you have to work for 16 hours per day and 6 days per week. Any questions now? Well, go to work and find your position.
Hey, I do remember something about the Industrial
Wait,
Revolution.
have you ever just said Industrial Revolution?
Yes, I do. The Industrial Revolution has nothing to do with war or revolting against just ruler. Instead, the revolution is about ideas and industry.
But how did you know that? Can you just see the future?
No, but actually, I know the past. In class, the teacher told us that the Industrial Revolution was a transition going from hand production to machines, new chemical manufacturing, and iron production processes, improved water efficiency,
Yeah, that's true. It happened in our factory. Yeah.
and well, increasing the using of steam power and the, the development of the machines.
Wow, it's amazing. So, as you see, what will happen next?
With the development of new technology, Britain's population started to grow. It also started to expand their market by setting up colonies. And the First Opium War, which was selling opium to China, made China become a chaotic nation. Also, pollution made the environment more terrible. Pollution existed across the whole nation.
What is the reason?
Basically,
Water pollution? Is that caused by water? I thought it's the layers of the air.
I think it's water. Water makes people sick. Let's go to find Mr. Snow. He's on the right track. I'm here to discuss with you about the virus.
My research shows that sewage flow down the street goes in the river. So, issue is it might tell what the cause is. How do we go and check it?
Not bacteria.
Those are viruses. All these factories stop making pollutions. Alright? Let's go.
Your paper. Can I just come here?
I was impressed by all these things I just experienced. I never thought people could travel to the past. I can still remember how that man talks to me and how we worked together in the factories. The life in the past was boring and tired, but I really enjoyed how I got to meet people and talk to them. These experiences let me realize how people's intelligence can actually change the world. People can change their lifestyles just because they want to. With not many advanced technology and thoughts, people can actually make all these machines up. I started to get interest in world history. From that moment, I haven't slept in a class until I got my degree of world history and became a history teacher.
My research shows that water flow down the street. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mike. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mike.
Yeah.
Welcome to the British textile wear.
Welcome! Welcome! Welcome!
陈谈在撸狗吗？
你看他多乖，都是因为我和他交涉完了，都是。
All right, so the time is yours. Stay with your group, stay on task, soft voices, and if you need to leave the room to record, I should be able to find you. It shouldn't be hard to find you, so you should be out just in this general vicinity. All right, get to work.
I don't know how to use this.
Did you record?